You mean we started the project, spent about 40 billion, and then we'll abandon the project?
I also think that your priorities are not people-friendly.
United that Wike must go.
Wike must go.
He's an unnecessary distraction in the FCT. But President Bola Tinubu must remove Wike as Minister of FCT. He's bringing unnecessary distraction to the government. We as responsible citizens, we cannot accept this kind of uncouth, indecorous person to continue to pilot the affairs of FCT.
I think that is a priority for this country. It is a priority.
How many people are bold like this lady? Like Kingibe tell Wike to his face, like, your policy are not people friendly. Often time I come to this platform, I've been telling people that Wike is a bad person. Now everybody is saying, no, Wike did this in River State. Wike is that, Wike is this. Wike, who betrayed his political party just because of power. Look at what he's doing in River State. Anyway, let me not divert you people attention from what this lady said. Kingibe said that, Wike, your policy are not people friendly. You are being biased. All you have been doing is just one-sided government. You are doing everything to favor APC, to pepper PDP. Anyway, let's watch this video together. We'll be right back.
Honorable Minister, I commend your efforts so far and your boldness, but I also think that your priorities are not people-friendly. Number one, and also certain things. I was on the board of Abuja Investment, of which Abuja Mass Transit is a subsidiary. Those buses, we have done them before, and within a few years, by the time your tenure finishes, all those buses will be dead. In the last 6 years, it was worked on to concession Abuja Mass Transit. Back and forth, FCDA board sat on it. I don't remember the name of the company. They created a committee that recommended to the board to concession those buses. And those people, from what we gather, were going to put smart buses, and they were going to be using CNG. Now, I think that 3 billion could be better used some other way than putting them back in reviving those that, and truthfully, we assessed those buses and we were told just a fraction of them can actually be repaired. So you would actually need to buy fresh buses, which it doesn't make sense to do, to buy petrol buses or diesel buses at this point in time. That's one of my observations. Now, the other one, I want to go to the construction of the Millennium and Cultural Center. Sir, I understand that it's a laudable project if we had the money. But I think that right now, where we are in this country in terms of where the people are, they need more intervention. When these projects are seen being built, it just does not sit well with them because they don't benefit from it. They just see it as things we, the elites, do for our own self-aggrandizement or satisfaction or whatever. I really feel the budget, finishing all those other roads, I commend you, but those two projects, the cultural center and the rehabilitation of the buses, I would like you to do a rethink on them.
Thank you. What is their own priority?
Security, yes.
Government determines what's priority. We did not award this job. We cannot allow projects awarded by government to be abandoned. That's a waste of funds itself. You mean we started the project, spent about 40 billion, and then we'll abandon the project? That is not a priority. Cultural center for tourism, for even our own children to go and see. Most of us will travel overseas and go to the museum, cultural center. Oh, look at how this is. Look at what this is. I think that is a priority for this country. It is a priority. And it's a revenue source for the country. It's a revenue source for the country. I do not, with all due respect, I do not agree that this is not a priority. If we can spend, if we will go and spend 40 billion naira starting a project, then midway, we come back to abandon that is not a priority. That is not correct. It's not only rich people that will go and visit those areas. It's not correct. You take school children to go and see the area. Some of them will tell their parents, we want to go there and see this and look at this. And anything that will create money for government cannot be something that is not a priority. Two, you talk about buses. I want to also inform. See, government has a responsibility. If you want us first to say concession, people ask, yes, you can do concession, or you can allow PPP, have an arrangement of PPP. But before that, what have you done? The mere fact that there was an administration that you failed yesterday does not mean that this one we are in charge will fail. I have that capacity that it will work. If another person comes, doesn't work, it's the person's business. While I was there, it worked. What you're talking about, Abuja investment, do you know the amount of litigation we have on all those concessions and the rest of it? Fine. It is not an easy thing. It's not. We are going to arrangement with PPP, but before that arrangement is put in place, government must also do something. At least to reduce the level of suffering. If we bring those buses and they apply to Gwagwalada, Yaya, who are the people living in Gwagwalada, Yaya? It's not the masses. I don't like being theoretical. I want to be practical. We are not doing this that it will be sustainable. We are going to enter a private agreement with people who will probably run it as a business. But at the interim level, you have to do something. We say we are going to remove Keke Napep, all those, what do you call it, Asokora and the rest of them. How do you remove them when there's no other alternative? You must provide alternative first, then you now move them out. All we're providing cannot be enough, but we must do something before the private-public partnership succeeds. It's not an easy thing. How many people, before even the private people come, most of them look at the profit. Nobody will come and run it if it's not going to make enough money. There are people who have written to us about CNG, this and that. We're going to enter into all those things. But for now, you are entering to the Christmas period. What will happen? So what are these considerations? So I think that for now, all we are doing, we think that it's for the interest of the residents. And with all due respect, when people talk of the common people, if there are no roads here, how will the common people go to school? How do you drive to school when there are no roads?
What schools, sir? Have you seen their schools?
No, we are coming so that we don't just see. Madam, everything cannot be taken at the same time. Now we have also taken schools. In the national budget, it will provide 5 billion. What we have done now was to select about 20-30 schools to renovate and put it in. When I read Punch and saw the students, people were sitting on the floor. It was, how many months have I stayed in the office? 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. So everything cannot be done just this supplementary budget to achieve something by May 29. Watch our 2024 budget. Look at the funding in education. Look at the funding in health and security. Then you begin to know, really, we are thinking about the people. But what can we achieve now is what we are talking about. From now to so time, what we want to achieve. That's what we came for.
Civil society organizations under the aegis of the Network of Civil Societies for Economic Sustainability tripped out in their numbers on Wednesday and staged a protest at the National Assembly complex to demand the resignation of Wike, as FCT minister. The protesters allege that Wike has been inconsiderate to the plight of FCT residents and that his actions have been detrimental to the progress and growth needed in the FCT and the nation at large. Let's listen in.
Wike must go. Nigerians stand united that Wike must go. Wike must go. He is an unnecessary distraction in the FCT. But President Bola Tinubu must remove Wike as Minister of FCT. He's bringing unnecessary distraction to the government. We as responsible citizens, we cannot accept this kind of uncouth, indecorous person to continue to pilot the affairs of FCT. His actions are avoidably controversial and hurting, and his diction has been foul, combative, and condescending, as if he's a deliberate punishment sent to the people of the Federal Capital Territory by President Tinubu.
We are asking President Bola Tinubu to sack Wike. Enough is enough. The threat, the tension in FCT is uncalled for. Remove Wike, sack Wike now. That is what the coalition of civil society. We need a responsible governance in FCT, not a more. Sack Wike now is what we are here for. Thank you.
Dr. Abati, over to you. A deliberate punishment to the FCT. I thought that was a hilarious video.
Well, this was to be expected.
Yes.
You know, Minister Wike has been, you know, going after what he calls illegal structures.
Demolition man, that's what they call him.
He has been demolishing structures. And aggrieved people are bound to speak up. That at a time of hardship in the country, you can't go about demolishing houses. And they made one point in that video, that some of the CFOs that are cancelled, that the plots of land are then reassigned and given to cronies and some, you know, some other interests who have access to government. So you cannot beat people and expect that they will not cry. But I would like to see what Nyesom Wike's response will be. Because, you know, in Port Harcourt, you know, under these circumstances, he will come out and say nobody can intimidate him. He will demolish more houses. But maybe one of the lessons that Minister Wike will learn in due course is that the Federal Capital Territory is not Port Harcourt.
It's not.
You know, there are stakeholders who also have a bigger stake in the place. But the thing about all of this is that people should just discharge their responsibilities with, you know, a sense of humanity. Because the people will call them out and hold them accountable. And it's not enough for Wike to come and say the people protesting against him were sponsored.
Yeah.
You know, that's the usual narrative.
Exactly.
But they are Nigerians.
Yes.
And this is what they have said.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I wish we had more time, Ayo. I'd like to thank you both for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. But that's all I have for you on What's Trending today.
A lot of you know that Nyesom Wike is a man of his word. But until when he lost his primary, then he become man of not his word. I don't know if there's English like that. You know that he formed 5G just to destroy the PDP government so that the article will not win. And at the end of the day, he also shook eye on Peter Obi's eye because everybody was expecting him to support Peter Obi, not knowing that after calling APC cancer and the PDP fever, that he can never leave fever to go to cancer. Unfortunately, he left fever and go to cancer. PDP have been trying to remove him from the political party. Being a strong member of PDP and influential man, he won the case in the courts and is still a member of PDP while working for the APC with the hope of contesting against Bola Ahmed Tinubu maybe after the end of his tenure. But I don't think it will be possible 2027. Wike, on the other hand, he has been trying everything within his power. He wanted to control Fubara while he is an ex-governor, a minister in the FCT, but are still a godfather in Rivers State to control the current governor, which is Governor Fubara of Rivers State. Politics is only politics. Why they don't call it politics is because it's a mind game. While Fubara is in power, Fubara decided to say, okay, Wike, now the PDP had a caucus meeting and said, Wike cannot be in APC and be controlling you that is in PDP. The PDP have a stronghold meeting and they decided to push Wike out of the Rivers State. Wike believing that it was Wike of Jagaban and he tried everything within his power. Exactly what happened in Edo State between Obaseki and in President Adams Oshomole happened in Rivers State. Obaseki defeated his political godfather, Adams Oshomole. Now, the same thing is happening in Rivers State. Nelson Wike is on the tight edge corner because, first of all, people see him as a god in Rivers State, but Fubara have rubbished him to the flat. Anyway, I just want you guys to watch this video. We'll be right back.
That will protect our state and serve the best interests of our people. I will not fail in this responsibility, nor will I surrender our mandates to intimidation, blackmail, and deliberate sabotage. I affirm my earlier statements and recommit myself to the path of peace, as there is nothing to gain in a state of endless crisis. As traditional rulers, we embody the conscience of the states. Therefore, we must have the integrity not to compromise your neutrality and the courage to speak truth to power. Lest you lose your moral authority and legitimacy before your people. We remain committed to serving our states and people with humility, sincerity of purpose, and accountability. We will prioritize and provide sufficient funding, just like the chairman has complained in his speech in the 2024 budget for you. It's not only limited to you, but we also make reasonable provision for education, for health care, and also social services across the state, so that no part, including the rural areas, will be left behind in our quest to advance human capital development and universal access to affordable and quality education and healthcare in Rivers State.
All right, guys, this is where we're going to be ending the video. What do you think about Nelson Wike? What do you guys think about what Kingibe said about Nelson Wike policy, not be friendly to people and all that? I want to hear from you in the comment section. What do you think about what Fubara said? What do you think about Nelson Wike himself when it comes to politics? Do you really think that Nelson Wike would have been a better off president? Or do you think that Nelson Wike, everything about him is just being too much, believing that he's untouchable, he can control anything or controllable? What do you guys think? I want to hear from you in the comment section. I want to thank you guys, compliment of the season. Without you, there is no Plan B TV. Thank you for sharing my content, for liking my videos, for your comments, and everything that you are doing on my platform to help it grow. I love you guys. Remember, God love you more. Whatever you desire good before the end of this year, may God grant it all to you. All right, see you on our next video. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you do, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out any of our future uploads. Until we meet again, peace out.
Everybody make you wake up to Plan B TV. I'll give you the news I see the hot dog. You subscribe and give them thumbs up. I then go give you the updates. All the new blocks in the town. Now they go give you the gist though. Now they go give you all the news, cause it's kind of weather you need all the fun. Oh, I said now who they is on a Plan B TV. Plan B TV. I said now who they is on a Plan B TV. Plan B TV. I said now who they is on a Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Plan B TV. Plan B TV.